Suzanne, for a long time, right, we're probably talking about 20 years or more, there's been this false narrative that grazing across the West has somehow had a negative impact on greater sage grouse populations. What we have seen time and time again over generations is that grazing activity on the landscape has sustained sage grouse populations, has made them more resilient, has made landscapes healthier, but we needed the science to prove it. So a decade ago, the Public Lands Council, the University of Idaho, and a number of other partners designed this study, started this work to have a longitudinal study over that decade-long span of how grazing impacts the landscape, what those landscape impacts mean for greater sage grouse nesting populations and chick recruitment and retention in the spring, and what that meant for the sustainability and the populations of the species west-wide. This work in the southern part of Idaho is the most robust work that we have seen so far. And it is definitive, Suzanne, that when we're looking at managing greater sage grouse populations, particularly among this Great Basin, we need cattle grazing. We need the management of those grasses for these chicks to survive. This is big news because it's peer-reviewed science, but it's also a bit of recognition of what our producers have known all along, that what is good for the herd is good for the bird, and vice versa.